This year, 39 AD, Caligula grants his close friend control over the Jewish world, orders an immense statue of himself to be built in the temple in Jerusalem, and resumes the infamous treason trials of the previous reign. Welcome to the Yearly Histories, where we will highlight the major events that take place in the Common Era year by year. Last year, we saw the results of Caligula's extravagant spending, violent anti-Jewish riots striking Alexandria, and Emperor Guangwu of Han bolstering the defenses of his empire. During the later years of Tiberius's reign, Caligula had become close friends with Herod Agrippa, one of the grandsons of Herod the Great. Upon the death of Tiberius, Caligula had awarded his new friend with the territories of his late uncle Philip, that being Batanea, Trachonitis, and Gaulonitis. He went even further by bestowing the title of king upon Herod Agrippa, which makes him superior to the notorious Herod Antipas, who holds the lower title of Tetrarch. This insult compels Herod Antipas to sail to Rome and appeal for the title of king himself. The mischievous Herod Agrippa takes advantage of Caligula's paranoia by accusing Antipas of being involved in the conspiracies of Sejanus and working towards building up armies and massive stores of weapons for a future nationalistic uprising against Rome, and intending to form an alliance with the Parthians. Although most of these accusations are false, Herod Antipas is forced to confess that he in fact does have large weapons caches, and in turn, this admission leads to Caligula sending him into banishment in Gaul. He strips Herod Antipas's title of Tetrarch of Galilee and Perea and bestows it upon his friend Herod Agrippa, making him the indisputable leader of the Jewish world. Although he has found a close friend in the Jewish king, Caligula's hostility towards the Jewish people continues. This is largely fueled by their steadfast monotheism and refusal to worship him as a deity. Tensions escalate further after a recent event where a mob in Judea destroyed an altar dedicated to him. Caligula avenges the insult to his godly divinity by ordering the erection of a massive gold statue of himself depicted as the god Jupiter in Jerusalem, which is to be set up in the temple. The new governor of Syria, Publius Petronius, who is made responsible for erecting the statue, faces mass demonstrations by the Jews of the region. In response, he successfully delays the construction of the statue for the time being, hoping to avert an even larger demonstration that would likely follow. Eventually, the statue is completed and taken to the city of Tiberias before Petronius senses trouble and orders its transportation to be halted. He requests that the emperor rescind his order, but another party has already come to Caligula concerned over this matter. Herod Agrippa himself has been pleading with the emperor to cease with his aggravating actions in Judea, claiming his territory would be ungovernable if he sanctioned the statue to be built in the temple. In the end, Caligula relents and dismisses his order to erect the statue. The emperor also makes a sudden journey to Germania in the summertime. Caligula had received warnings from his spies that the former consul and current governor of the province of Germania Inferior, Gnaeus Cornelius Lentulus Gaetulicus, had organized a plot to assassinate him. When Caligula arrives in the province, he ruthlessly suppresses the alleged conspiracy by having Gaetulicus killed and banishing two of his own sisters who were supposedly involved in the plot. Caligula remains in the region, traveling around Germania and Gaul for the rest of the year, ordering and then canceling multiple military expeditions into Germania, but still managing to declare victory. Now, taking a step back, initially, Caligula had abolished the treason trials that were widespread under Tiberius, earning him early popularity. However, by the end of this year, his behavior continues to become increasingly erratic, and he has revived the trials to eliminate perceived threats. This affair with Governor Gaetulicus seems to be just the beginning. The financial situation is also becoming increasingly unstable. Caligula's extravagant spending has quickly drained the vast treasury left by Tiberius, leading to a severe financial crisis. To replenish funds, he resorts to heavy taxation, confiscations, and extortion. His reckless expenditures, such as lavish public games and festivals, his palace, and his bridge across the Gulf of Baiae, have weakened Rome's economy and contributed to the growing discontent among the Senate and aristocracy. In China, Emperor Guangwu of Han continues to solidify his dynasty's rule by granting various noble titles to his sons and daughters. This has been a common practice among Chinese emperors to legitimize succession, strengthen imperial authority, and reward family members. He grants his eldest son with the consort Yin Li Hua the title of the Duke of Donghai. This title, given to Liu Yang, is a step below the position of Crown Prince, but still meant to grant him prestige and authority while keeping him out of direct succession disputes at this time. Now it's time for In Memoriam, where we look back on the lives of prominent figures who died in the year. Seneca the Elder was a Roman rhetorician and writer known for his works on declamation, a form of rhetorical training. Born in Hispania, he moved to Rome, where he documented the rhetorical styles of his time in his works Controversia and Suasoria, preserving the speeches and techniques of great orators. Though he lived through the eventful reigns of Augustus and Tiberius, he largely stayed out of politics, dedicating his life to scholarship and rhetoric. We will leave this year, 39 AD, with Caligula banishing Herod Antipas after stripping him of his titles and granting them to his friend Herod Agrippa, Caligula crushing a suspected revolt in the north, and Emperor Guangwu consolidating his rule in China. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to be notified when the next iteration of the early histories will be released. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next year in 40 AD to continue the fascinating stories of the world of antiquity and cover its major events.